A very warm greeting to you viewing this video. Welcome to the ninth video tutorial of Prime World Photoshop tutorials. And in this video, we are going to be looking at the healing brushes. Okay, we are going to be studying this very brush here. If you look at my cursor, the healing brushes. Okay, we are going to be looking at most of them, and let's quickly begin. Now you can see the image we have before us. Okay, it's an image of a very beautiful young lady that has spots on her face. Okay, so these healing brushes enable us to remove things like this: blemishes, spots, acne, and the likes on the skins, okay, of of the face of your image. It may not necessarily be a face, but any kind of blemish on any surface that is present in your image, you can use the healing brushes to to wipe them off. Now let's see the magic of these brushes. Let's quickly start with the first one. I left clicked and held down my mouse to bring out these other options. So let's start with the spot healing brush. Now with the spot healing brush, all you need to do is just click on the area where you want to where you want to heal. That's all you need to do. And depending on the size of your spots, you 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 can it determines how big your brush should be. Okay, now there's something you need to know. If you want to increase the size of your brush, okay, take note of the circle with plus sign with inside it. If you want to increase the size of your brush, you simply press your bracket key on your keyboard. So when I just press the bracket key, it increases it, and when I that is the right bracket key. The right bracket key increases it, but the left bracket key reduces it. Okay, so that is for increasing and reducing your brush. Okay, so depending on excuse me, depending on the size of your spots, it depends how big your brush is going to be. So since my spots are smallish, okay, i i I will make my brush just a bit, not too big, okay, just somewhere around this size. Okay, okay, so all I need to do now is just click on the spots where I have those the places where I have those spots. I can increase it just a bit, but we don't need to make it too big. Okay, so we just click on those areas and you can see what it's doing. It is magically removing those spots from our image. Okay, so I'm just clicking on it once. Okay, and it's going ahead to remove those spots. Just check out what it has done. It looks as if the spots weren't there at all. Okay, so this is, you know, how the first option, which is the spot healing brush tool, this is how it works. Very simple, you just need to click on it. Now let's move to the second one. Now the second one works in a different way. It's similar to the first one, but it works in a different way, in that you need to specify your source point. That's the source where you want, you know, the source where you want the image, that is the part of the image, to replace where you are clicking on. You need to specify a source point. So let's say I wanted to clean this nose area, and I notice that this source point is similar to this nose area, this light areas, this light area, the highlight on this her head is similar to the one on this her nose. So all I need to go is just press alt, hold alt, and take note of how the key change. Let me increase the size a bit so that you notice. Now let me know. Okay, just something like this. If I press alt, take note, look at how the circle changed. So if I click now, it will snap that source point, and I can use that source point to brush on this area, and the source point, what was on this source point here, will replace what is here. So if I just left click now, it will ask me alt click to define a source point to be used to repair the image. So I need to alt click that place. So let me alt click around here. Okay, I've alt clicked there, alt left click, and I just take note, do you see when I come here, all I need to do is click and drag down. Now take note, as you drag down, the source point is also following your mouse. So take note, take for example, if I drag from here all the way to this point, let me say I drag all the way to this point, see what is happening. See, it is following my mouse. So wherever my source point falls in, see the way it's replacing that place, the place where my circle is, with eyes. Okay, because it's following the direction of my mouse. Okay, so let me undo that, um and let me just continue from here. So make sure when you are clicking on the place where you want to repair, make sure it's close to the source point, because if you click and drag down more, it may replace that part with another source point. So when you click for a while and you see that your source point is going down too much, you go again and alt click to define the source point again, then drag your mouse down to where you want to change and just drag. Okay, so this is another way you can heal, or um you can copy a part of an image onto another part of the image. Okay, so this is the second option we can use. Okay, well, it did a decent job, but I still feel this, for this image, the spot healing brush, let me control alt Z to undo what we did so far. So I still feel the spot healing brush, the first one, will do a better job here. So let me just reduce it and just click around it. So take note, now take note, it is okay. I can see that it's not, maybe I could take my words back. It seems the the second option is doing a better job, maybe because my healing brush is too big. Let me reduce it more. So because it was too big, it was replacing the points with some parts that we don't need. So you don't need to make your brush so big so that you get the best results. Okay, so let's say we have something like this. Okay, so this is for the first two options. So let's look at the third option. Okay, now the third option is the patch tool. Now imagine if her whole face was filled with spots here and spots here. Okay, and you've already done this part, you've already taken the time, because it can be a bit tedious. Okay, especially if she has spots all over her face, to be clicking around. Okay, to be clicking around, it may take more time. Okay, now what if you've taken your time to do one part? Okay, now this patch tool enables you to quickly, replicate what you've done in one part on another part. Okay, instead of having to go to that other part and starting to click from scratch again using the spot healing brush tool. All you need to do is just left click and drag around the part where you want to heal. Just left click and drag like this around the part where you want to heal, so you form a loop like this. Now take note of the selection that is now on that part, and all you need to do is go in between, go inside this selected part now, and drag it to a place, to the place where you want to replace, the place where you want to replace that part. Okay, so let's say I want to replace it with this part here. So I just drag it around here and I release my mouse. Okay, and check out what it does. It replaces the spot with this area. Okay, and if I press Ctrl D to deselect, look at the wonderful job it has done so far in replacing all those spots at once with this part. So this is how the patch tool helps you to replace the parts of an image. So you can see, let's see the before. Now this is the history brush. Okay, if you want to go back steps back from what you did, you use the history brush. So let's just go to before, where the how the image looked before. Look at the before of the image. Let's go to the after now and look at the after. I think we've done a very good job in clearing a great deal of the spots there and still keeping it as realistic as possible. Okay, so that's just for using the spot healing and the healing brushes. So very quickly, let's look at the other option, this option that says red eye tool, because we are going to be looking at this for 1, 2, 3 and 4 because they are the most important. The red eye tool. Now you know, in some images, let me shift to the image that we are working on. In some images, when you take some images with your camera, the red eye effect occurs. Okay, especially when it's at night and you snap some people. Okay, or you put a light directly upon their eyes, you tend to see this red eye effect. And amazingly, Photoshop has a very easy way to repair this image issue, and it's so simple to implement. It works in a magical way. All you need to do is just left click on this healing brush tool and pick this red eye tool option. Left click on it, and where the plus sign is, just go to the where the plus sign is showing on top the eye icon. Just go to the place where the red eye is and left click, and check out that it just repairs it, automatically. Just go and left click on the eye and it repairs it. And look, just check out the image. It looks as if nothing at all happened to the image. Okay, so these are the different ways we can use the healing brush tool and the red eye tool. Now in our photo retouching tutorial series, we are going to be looking more in depth in how you can retouch the faces of people, okay, to make it look professional and very attractive. But this is what we are learning for now in this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. God bless you.